I was sitting here driving, I was pondering life choices, choices we all make in our lives, whether good, bad, but it almost seems like the bad's the ones that come back to haunt us, the ones that stick in our brain, being young, dumb, not, and it's kind of living in the moment when things go south or things happen. And in my life I've had a lot of beautiful things, and the sad part is I never really realized it until they were gone. Then I look back and say, what was I thinking? What was going on? And I find myself haunted by those things, haunted by the memories of mistakes I've made, the people I've hurt, or I've made it a point now that I'm older, I don't do those things anymore. I always tell my family that I love them, even to the point where it's uncomfortable for them, I'm sure, because I just want them to know, because if I don't see them again, if by chance that's it, they know. And I was just driving and thinking, about being a young man and being out in the world and making mistakes. Life, I guess that's life. We all do that. We've all been there. Finding God, giving ourselves to God, asking Him for forgiveness. Even though that I'm no saint, I don't think I'm a saint at all. I'm far from it. But I have cut out the things in my life that were negative, and whether it was people, substances, my girlfriend kinda, I like to stay home. I don't like to do a whole lot, and then she does get me out. It's beautiful. It's nice. I like to be out. But sometimes we just ponder life. I'm 53 years old. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm sure I have way less time than I have already spent. I don't dwell on those things, but then I do dwell on the fact that I've hurt people, people that I loved. I've done things that I regret. And those haunt me, I don't know how anybody else is out there, but it really tears you up, you try to fix it. I mean, I've put myself out there and tried to fix it, especially with like my kids and stuff like that. I can't do anything right. I've tried, but I haven't given up, but I kind of just step back from that situation, and I keep telling myself, one day, your kids and everything will come around you, but the truth is, I mean, that for me anyways, that hasn't happened. The door's always open, but anyways, I was just ranting. I was just driving and ranting, and I thought I'd make a video about it. I don't know. Leave a comment down there if you've been the same place. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe you've had an amazing life and you've been extremely successful, and and that's great too. I think that you could be successful without being rich, and you could be have a great life without being rich. I have. I've been blessed. In my later years, I have been blessed. Everything I've set out to do, I've done. With the exception of, my kids and stuff like that, which I don't know how to fix those things. I have a set of kids that grew up in another state, never was close to them. I tried to be, but that's kind of hard. And then I had another set that lived with me and my ex-wife, and we went through a divorce, and I went off the deep end, and I ruined that whole situation. And that was 100% my fault. There was no other one to blame but me. I did that to everybody, and and that haunts you. It really does. Eventually, I think God will see, that, bring people back in my life. But the moral of the story is that if you love somebody, if you have a family, and you truly love them, tell them. Don't wait for the family reunion. You can look at my Facebook, and I poured over it, with my aunts and stuff. When I say goodbye, I love you. And that's the most important thing of all, is that you tell the people you love them, and how much you appreciate them and what they do for you. Because, we're not offered a whole lot in this world, but when you get good people in your life, good family, you're truly blessed, And they don't have to be blood, they could be people you've known for your whole life. That's family. I have family that I won't even talk to. I have nothing to do with. It's because of who they are, Do I regret that? Yes, I do. But, at the same time, it's negative. I don't want to be negative. I don't want no part of negativity. Anyways, it's Random Rants. I was just giving me a random rant. Leave a comment down there if you feel the same, or maybe I went overboard in this one. I don't know. But anyways, peace.